What is up, TPOL students and family? Brother Derek here. Last week we started our first night of a new series. You know, sometimes in life we're looking for answers, we're looking for God, and we're looking for solutions. And as we're looking, we don't find anything, and we realize that we have been looking in the wrong places. Last week was our first night of the new series, Looking in the Wrong Places. We discussed the story in scripture of Balaam. And Balaam did not see the angel of the Lord, which appeared right before him. And we learned three things from this story. Number one, God is always in the midst. The angel of the Lord was before Balaam, right in the midst, and he did not see him. In the midst of everything going on in our life, everything going on in our world today, everything going on in society, God is in the midst, and we have to believe that. We have to understand that God is still in the midst. God was in the midst even though Balaam did not see him. That angel of the Lord representing God was there present. He was present with him. The second thing we learned, that we have to be angry or be sad or be hurt, or be disappointed, or be frustrated, and sin not. Scripture tells us, be angry and sin not. Balaam was angry, and he hit that donkey over and over and over again. Last week, you guys wrote down all the emotion that you feel from what's going on in our world. And as you guys wrote these things down, we learned that although we feel these feelings, we cannot act upon these feelings. You guys yourself said we should pray, we should read or fast, or be an example, or point people back to God. Be angry and sin not. Be sad and sin not. Be distraught, afraid, and sin not. Because God is in the midst. And the third thing we learned from this story was that we need to ask God to open our eyes. Now, although the angel of the Lord was before Balaam did not see the angel of the Lord until, like the Bible said, the Lord opened the eyes of Balaam. In the midst of what's going on in our world, in the midst of disease, in the midst of unemployment, in the midst of financial situations for our parents or our family, in the midst of our country experiencing so many life-threatening things, we need God to open our eyes. Because if we look at these things without looking at God, we're going to see death, pain, and hurt. But if we see God, when we see those things, we will see God in the midst of those things. So number one, we have to understand that God is in the midst. Number two, we have to be angry or hurt or disappointed or whatever these negative emotions are and sin not. And number three, we need to ask God to open our eyes, because it is impossible to see God until He opens our eyes. Join us tomorrow night as we start our second part of this new series, Looking in the Wrong Places. We love you.